Bro, I'm low-key faded, bro.
Ay, güey.
What's this guy supposed to be, the ultimate badass?
They ain't ready. They ain't ready, Joe. They ain't ready. Here we go.
I'm gonna go out here, guys.
I was like, what is it? You ain't Mexican. What is that?
Kind of looks it a little bit though, so kind of dig a little deep in there, right? But yeah, he's got that. He did that.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Frisco Report with my co-host, Mike, Cowboys Corner. What's up, bro?
Ooh, what's going on, you guys? What's up, Joe?
Today's the day of days, man. We're in recovery mode. The Cowboys have left the Cowboys Nation hungover or in trouble. All right. The season, like I said, it's in peril. Now, I don't think anybody's out here. I hadn't checked, man, and I sure hope there's nobody out here still trying to think that there's something to be taken or salvageable from the season, because I've seen enough, bro. You know.
Yeah, we definitely seen enough, Joe. 1-3. Schedule's not going to get any easier up until probably mid-November. Even that, I mean, you look at the way the defense is playing, the way the offense is getting stale, the injuries are piling up. First-year head coach, a horrible defensive coordinator, no experience on the defense side of the ball, period, Joe. I broke that down yesterday on WTF Monday on Fifth Quarter Cowboys channel. I'd love to break it down for you guys, all right?
Yeah, man. It is. We're going to talk about it, man. Title of the show. We're not playing around here. You know, we're not skipping around the topic. The elephant in the room. It's time to talk about it. Is Brian Schottenheimer in trouble of being a one and done coach for the Cowboys? It'll be a first for this organization. Not to say that it can happen, but maybe it will, maybe it won't. But what do you think, Mike? What's your gut instinct here? Is there a chance that he could be a one and done head coach for the Cowboys from what you've seen on the field thus far?
Absolutely. And Jerry's comments about this, that he sees this team as a playoff caliber team, I think it sets it up for Jerry to get rid of Schottenheimer, because if Schottenheimer completely falls on his face like he has been doing in 3 weeks of football, Jerry's going to say, dude, I can't have you coach this team no more. I gave you a playoff team. I gave you, and this is how you coach the playoff team that I gave you. So those Jerry comments, Joe, I'm looking at that like, I see what you're doing there, Jerry. I see what you're doing.
Bro, that's a good point. It's a really good point, because you know how Jerry, he likes to drop Easter eggs in his interviews. You just have to pick up on them. And man, that's spot on, Mike. That is a good one there. I think there's something to it, man, because can you imagine winning? I mean, right now, this team, dude, let's take a peek at the schedule, bro.
Ooh, it ain't good.
Yeah, let's take a peek at the schedule, because we know we have, and there's some teams now that look like they're better than what we thought they were going to be at the schedule release, right, Mike? So,
right,
let's take a peek here. We'll go to the mothership to take a look at this. Let's see if we can share this. Here we go. Share. And let's look at that, Mike. So Giants, terrible team. We beat them in overtime. They suck. We saw the Chiefs. They had their coming out party against them, right? The Bears. I mean, come on, bro. Caleb Williams and that kind of crap, bro. Like, we're probably making their fan base feel like they're back on earth. Like, oh, we hit on Caleb. He still sucks, dude. Like, we make, and do you know what's crazy? Like, we make rookie or young quarterbacks look like the next Joe Montana, right? He looked like it, dude. And I guarantee you, the next couple games they have, they're going to be back down to earth, right?
Yeah, dude. I mean, that game against the Bears, man. I mean, you know, Joe, we've been saying it for years, especially here on the Frisco Report, that all you got to do is watch one quarter of football, and you know if the Cowboys are going to win or lose that ball game.
Yeah.
The moment Javonte Williams lost that ball from a strip, manhandled strip, I said, well, here we go. This is one, as a bad team, this is something that you cannot do. And then you follow it up with 2 interceptions. Not good, Joe. That's not a recipe for success by any means. And then it's actually 3 interceptions if you count the Joe Milton interception. So 4 giveaways is not winning ball.
Well, we'll talk about Joe Milton too. We got to touch on that, man. The the Packers, right? It's Sunday Night Football. The lights. This could be the blowout of blowouts. I mean, it could be close. Maybe it's competitive. Who knows? But I mean, Mike, injuries. But both teams have injuries. I just saw the Packers. They've got some pretty key injuries too, right? So, you know, I don't like to use that as a crutch, and I'm not going to. But, you know, Lamb's out. Now you're going to see Pickens. You're going to see Pickens, man. Like, this is where you're going to see, is this a rental? You know, or is it somebody that, yeah, you know, he stepped up while Lamb was out 4 to 6 weeks, and yeah, he could be the guy, you know, the number 2. What do you think about that, Mike? Let's touch on Pickens real quick before we get to the schedule here.
You know, Pickens, 5 receptions, 68 yards in 2 straight games. Pickens, that can't be your ceiling. 5 catches, 68 yards. I mean, that's consistent between 2 games. How you pulled that off, I have no idea. But I need Pickens to really step up. Don't be in his own head. Don't throw any more helmets. Just play ball. And we're already slim Pickens at wide receiver anyway.
Hey, yeah.
You know, with Mingo out, and I mean Tolbert, I mean, golly, how many more hits is he going to take before he gets hurt and goes to IR? You know, I mean, he got blasted against that Bears defense. And then Pickens, man, it's up to you, dude. But we are definitely slim Pickens at wide receiver for sure.
Yeah. The whole thing about him and Lamb were like, he's the one. I'm the one. Hey, dude, y'all said it. You better be about it, man. I don't want no false advertisements here. So spotlight's going to be huge, man. And we've seen him kind of struggle as having that number 1 spotlight in Pittsburgh. You know, maybe he's this kind of guy, kind of like Clowney. I say, like, you don't really want to be that number 1 guy. You want to be a rotational, a number 2, kind of behind the scenes type of dude. To me, I kind of get the feeling that Pickens is that dude. I really don't feel that he is that alpha. I am the number 1 wide receiver dude here. You know, put the pressure on me. I don't think that he's that guy, dude. So prove me wrong. Be that number 1 that you and Lamb said were in the interview. Yeah, there was hundreds of thousands of you on that. I'm a 1. You're a 1. Let's see if it's true, bro. And he's gonna.
No, we're definitely 1 and 2. That's what we are. Shit.
Yeah. So that'll be one of the headlines here during this stretch of games. But this schedule's tough as heck, man. We got the Packers Sunday night, right? That's not going to be pretty. At the Jets, the Jets are looking very competitive, Mike, under Aaron Glenn, who we didn't even bring in here for a cup of coffee interview. You know,
That's typical Cowboy stuff.
Real dumb move there. And I hope that Aaron Glenn puts it to him. But that's the Jets, bro. At the Jets, right? So that's on the road in New York. Bro, the Panthers they have kind of surprised me. I thought Bryce Young was I thought he was 2 feet in the coffin. It looks like he's kind of having a little bit of a resurrection of his career here. He's looking better. You know, they're putting up points. He's moving the ball. They're scoring. And the Panthers that doesn't look like it. I thought that was a win for us, but now, man, I don't know, dude.
There's not a game that we can win at all on the schedule. I mean, there's no point, Joe. I mean, if you got to depend on Prescott and this stale offense to score points consecutively like they did against the Giants, then it's not going to happen. Bryce Young is in for a career day too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this defense is atrocious. Like this is a Mike Nolan 2.0 defense. 92 points scored in 3 games. That's the 4th most in franchise history. And every time that we've been in this category, the Dallas Cowboys have never won over 6 games. We are on that trajectory, Joe.
I mean, that's well said, bro. I like what you said about stale offense. I want to circle back to that because it is a stale offense. And what does that mean, everybody? The stale offense means that this offense and a lot of the verbiage is from Jason Garrett. And some people may be like, no, it's not. You know, McCarthy changed it. He didn't change it. They tweaked a little bit of it, but it's still Garrett lingo, Garrett playbook. Even Jane Slater on a post McCarthy layoff or whatever you want to call it, she even said she was surprised that McCarthy said the playbook was the same. So that is freaking crazy, bro. And Schottenheimer didn't change it. So we're talking about 2007 when Phillips took over, bro. This is the same offense from 2007, dude. Unbelievable. Man. You know, so
no, it's all predictable offense, dude. It really is. When every time we go play action, we hit Jake Ferguson in the flat. Every time a play action play goes to Jake Ferguson. There's nothing creative. There's nothing. I mean, the annexation of Puerto Rico is a better play than 90% of the plays the Dallas Cowboys have.
It is, man. The offense is it's beyond stale, man, and it is predictable. You know, they can go back and pull tape on the Romo years, and you'll see the same plays being played under Dak. You know, it's bad in the defense, Mike. And we've both been saying that this is Nolan 2.0, and that's terrible. That's record-breaking yards given up. No turnovers. Does he survive the season, Mike? I mean, I just don't see. And you brought up a point as far as like, well, who's under him? Who can you elevate under this dude? Which is another good point. You know, would it be White Cotton? I think the fans overrated him. The defensive line sucks, dude. They're not doing shit, dude. So the Jets they let him go. Aaron Glenn said, you know what? Not bringing you back to my staff. You're not of that type of that I need here. So that in itself was another red flag. 2 red flags. So White Cotton, overrated as heck. Not doing crap here, dude.
Right. I mean, you look at what Matt Eberflus did. He set the Dallas Cowboys up for failure. And there's nobody that has any defensive coordinator experience. Let me just break this down, Joe, if I can. You look at the longest tenured coach on the defense. His name's Andre Curtis. He's the passing game coordinator, 19 years, 0 defensive coordinator experience. So if Matt Eberflus wants to get fired, Andre Curtis cannot be the guy. Then you look at Aaron White Cotton, 12 years, 0 coaching experience, okay? Then you bust out with Dave Borgonzi, the linebackers coach, 14 years, zero defensive coordinator experience, and then you got Brian Bing, J.J. Clark, Tenzel Smart, Darian Thompson, all 3 years or less experience. So guess what? They're not ready to be defensive coordinators either. Matt Eberflus gave us the finger and twisted it. And he has the ultimate job security because there is literally nobody on his staff to take over.
Yeah, it's and I don't even think it's a good staff. You know, looking back at it now, it's I'm thinking, dude. And I don't think that this was a I don't think that this was Schottenheimer. I think this was the Cowboys. They're known for this kind of crap, bringing in the hiring before the hiring. His name was out there almost immediately. Like, why? You know, why Eberflus, dude? You can go back and watch our videos. I was not on board with it. You know, I wasn't on board with him here. Now you're seeing in the how bad this defense is.
Yeah, and Dallas Cowboy fan 1980 in the house. Nate Dogg, these guys. Who the hell are these jabronis? 1980 ass. This is the defensive staff 1980, and Matt Eberflus has set us up for failure. And I forgot to mention David Overstreet, 8 years experience as a secondary coach, but again, no experience, probably no playbook, and half of these guys are the Rod Marinelli, Matt Eberflus guys. That is the Tampa 2 lovers that is just destroying careers and rookies, and just it's bad, Joe. It's bad.
It is, man. It's bend don't break over again. I don't think that about Quinn. We weren't in that bend don't break mindset. We're back to it, and I hated it, dude. I never understood why bend. You know, like it was this concept ever. Bend don't break. Oh man. Why?
I wonder
why
Joe,
bend?
Yeah, we got a super chat here from Mike, $1.99. He said Donovan Wilson, Malik Hooker are both trash. Absolutely, Mike. Thank you for that super chat. But Joe, I'm going to ask you this question, and I'm going to ask the chat the same question. The Dallas Cowboys just a couple of years ago won 36 straight, or not 36 straight, but won 36 games in 3 years, right? Has there ever been a team to win 36 in 3 years and lose 36 in 3 years? Because the Cowboys are on trajectory to do it.
If anybody's going to do it, it would be the Cowboys. You know?
Yeah, dude. We're notorious for setting bad records. I mean, in 2014, we won 8 road games. We were the only team in NFL history not to touch an NFC championship game with 8 road wins. And then you fast forward, golly, what else was the dang thing? 36 wins. We did what we did under Mike McCarthy. 36 wins. We're the only team in NFL history not to reach an NFC championship game. Like, we set the most stupid records for the worst thing ever.
It's true. Yeah, it's not good. I could see it happening, but that's why I'm thinking like this could be one and done. Like I just cannot see them going again to Schottenheimer after an atrocious season, because I think it would be another atrocious season. You know what I mean? Like, what I really, and I know the Joneses, they're not this smart, but could there have been under the table deal?
Yeah,
a rough patch here, dude. You know, we're gonna give you a 1-year deal, but we're gonna say it's 4. Okay, so don't say anything. Just do what you can. Get us through this 1 year, and we're gonna scoot you out the door, and then we're gonna bring in prime time Deion Sanders, baby.
It ain't gonna get any better.
I think it would. Let's talk about it. Who did they mess this up royally in hiring Brian Schottenheimer? Where would the team they had hired, let's say Robert Saleh, would we be the same or would they have been better?
It all depends on what type of defense they're running. It really does. Because this Tampa 2 deep, your linebackers can't cover, Joe. I mean, that's just what it is. You have no pass rush, so and I'm not making excuses for our corners, but you have no pass rush. So the quarterback has all day to throw the football. All day, literally every day. I mean, he can order his Uber Eats meal for after the game and then still throw the football. 0% win pass rate amongst 3 guys against these Chicago Bears. If you can't win up front in the trenches, your corners are going to look bad. Your safeties are going to look bad. It crumbles. We have to pressure the quarterback. We have to. And Space Cowboy answered the question. No team in NFL history has won 36 games and then lost 36 the following 3 seasons. Well, the Dallas Cowboys, buckle up, will be doing that.
Yeah, no. If they don't change after this 1 year, it definitely will be that. It'll probably be worse. Honestly, it'll be a complete flip. Mike, are there any more wins to be had on the schedule? I mean, look at this. You got the Jets, Panthers. Like, is there a game where you say, yeah, I could see us winning that one there? Like, I don't. Look at this. At Denver, Bo Nix and company, forget it. Payne, Cardinals, Vegas, Eagles, Chiefs, Lions. The Lions look crazy good yesterday. Vikings, Chargers, Washington. Dude, are we going to be 1 in 16?
I see 1 week, Joe, that we can win.
Which week is that, bro?
Week 10.
The bye week.
That's the only week I can see us can win.
I'm gonna say the other one that they might sneak would be that last game where maybe there's nothing on the line. Backups versus backups. So for me, maybe that last game, bro. But dude, the rest of the season, the way they're looking, even with the guys that they had, they weren't looking good, dude. Even with Booker back in the lineup, even with CeeDee Lamb in the lineup, this defense is beyond atrocious, man. Like, I have a feeling we're going to have a top 5 pick. I'm not even kidding, bro.
If we go 1-17 or 1-16, you better believe that we will have the number 1 overall pick, and Jerry Jones will trade that son of a gun and accumulate more first-round draft picks and screw it up.
Like, it's like you're trying to figure out what the plan is here. And for a franchise of this caliber, we shouldn't be having this conversation as far as, like, what is the plan? Like, what is the future of this team? Like, it's embarrassing, dude. Like,
right. You got
like, it really is crazy, dude. Can't believe we're going through trial and error every iteration. Every head coach, we're trial and error,
It's hard to say that we're in a rebuild, Joe, and maybe, and this is how I look at it, right? You got Bland paid, you got Ferguson paid, you got Dak Prescott paid, you got Trayvon Diggs paid, you got Osa paid. You got so many core pieces paid that a rebuild team doesn't do that. A rebuild team will have $100 million plus in salary cap room. We don't have that, right? Because we're not in a rebuild phase. So to be in this situation, Joe, everybody they paid has not lived up to their contract, and that's including Dak Prescott.
Yeah, there's truth to all of that. There's no doubt about it, man. And I fear the Lamb one. Are we going on the Dez Bryant trajectory? Bryant got paid, had a decent other season, and then that was it. I mean, I do not want to see that for Lamb, bro. I hope this isn't like one of that type of shit because that sucks, man. But wide receivers don't have a long shelf life. You know, there aren't many Larry Fitzgeralds out there in this league that can play, you know, for many, many years, or Jerry Rice, these types of dudes that play into their 40s, right? So I think he'll be okay, but you're right, man. The contracts here, it's always been an issue here. I'm the contracts guy. That's Stephen Jones, his own words. You know, he's terrible, man. And if he's taking over the team after Jerry's out of here, I don't know that we're gonna see another Super Bowl, bro. Like, it's time for somebody to step up and pay the billions of dollars that are needed to buy this franchise. Yeah, and it just keeps ballooning. I think by the next Forbes report that comes out, this team's going to be at 15 or 20 billion dollars. So at one point, it's going to be like nobody's going to be able to buy this damn team from the Cowboys. You know,
Right.
So yeah, we're getting down to nitty gritty here. You know what I'm saying? So.
Dude, it's bad. You can't fix this overnight. You just can't. Malik Hooker's playing out of place. Donald Wilson looks horrible. Wanye Thomas looks lost. And then whenever you're at the point, Joe, where your head coach, and we've been here before in 2020. Whenever you're at the point where the head coach says we have to simplify the defense. We had to simplify the defense with Mike Nolan too. And it still didn't work. So what are you simplifying? What are you doing?
Well, whenever you hear a head coach say this, that's a major red flag. Like if you hear a head coach saying we need to simplify the offense or we need to simplify the defense, that means that they didn't do a good job installations, you know, during the off season, and these guys were just horsing around, going on ballet dances and Greek weddings and sign language classes or whatever the hell they were doing, dude. Like, nah, the gig is up. You know, I think people are already like, nah, man. I honestly do feel like the fan base is like, you're not the dude. You're gonna be one and done, bro. There is no way in hell this guy survives this season. I mean, he's gonna try to. He himself is gonna try to survive. I think he put a lot on this on the defense, which, you know, rightfully so. But I think the order is gonna be Eberflus, just for the sake of, you know, looking like they're making some kind of move. Maybe him, and the defense will continue to be terrible, right? Because like you mentioned it, like we've been talking about, there's nobody on the staff. Maybe White Cotton. Who knows, man? Maybe they use AI and it comes out the Cowboys were the first team to use AI on defense.
Dude, Jerry has a hologram of himself, so that I can see them having an AI hologram defensive coordinator.
They might come out with some shit like that, dude. Oh man, it's terrible, dude. But we'll keep watching. It is what Jerry wants. It is a soap opera. It's the soap opera for men. And here we are, you know, we're talking about him. You know, we're watching, we're tuning in. And he has everybody exactly where he wants them, unfortunately. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fifth quarter in the house.
Fifth quarter in the house. What's up, bro?
Yeah, fifth quarter. We got Rob in the house. Space Cowboy Show in the house. We got Eshawn in here. There's your favorite name right there, Joe.
Asian Persuasion. Agreed.
We got Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead.
The major red flag. Yeah, go back to the space comment there. He had a little stat there. I thought it was interesting. The Dallas Cowboys, Jim Johnson in the Ring of Honor, and they have gone 8-13 since then. And it's like the team has fell apart. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah, bro.
We put the curse and we gave it steroids. That's what we did.
We thought the curse would be lifted, and it didn't. You know what I mean? So, man.
Danny Savage in the house as well.
Yeah, the offense. They really gotta take a deep look in the mirror and then revamp it, dude. Scouting's got to change. Pro personnel. Mike, I'm gonna bring this up, man. I think if we're gonna do some changes, defense I think is gonna be one of them. I think they're prime right now to go back to a 3-4 because you really don't have anything really going for you in the 4-3 right now. You don't have edges. You don't have really, the best defensive tackles. You do have a lot of linebackers. I feel like if they want to get the most out of some of these of the defense, the 3-4 I think is primed here. So if we're going to get to the next offseason, whether it's a new coaching staff or whatever, the 3-4, and then build from the Marshawn Nealon. He's a 5 tech. This guy's a lumbering dude, too slow. He looks like a 5 tech guy to me. He ain't no 4-3 end for me. So he would be one of these 5 techs. You got Kenny Clark. He's obviously played in the 3-4 with Green Bay. Ezuraku, maybe you can use that skill now as an outside linebacker and get something out of him, because right now where he's at and a 4-3 end, you're not getting crap out of him. You know what I mean? So I think if they were going to make the change back to the 3-4, it'll be this upcoming offseason, Mike.
Man, they got to figure something out, because then here we go again, right? Oh, hold on, the defense is going to suck again because they're learning a whole new scheme. We went back to a 3-4 scheme. Now we're got to learn all this. Just bring me the Dan Quinn cover 3, and I think we will be better. We will be better. Don't let Ezuraku put his hand in the dirt. Don't let Dante Fowler put his hand in the dirt. Let these edges stand up and run. Put Ezuraku in the A gap if you need to. You got to change stuff up because these guys are getting 0 pressure win rates, and it's so sad to see. We need something better than Matt Eberflus. And maybe he has a vendetta against Dan Quinn where he says, we're not using that damn shit. Because how could you look at this defense success and say, we're not going to do any of it? We're not going to touch a single play. Mike Zimmer kept some of the stuff Dan Quinn did. But Matt Eberflus comes in and says, no, it's gone. This is my defense now. What?
He ain't going to survive, man. There's no way. They're giving him record numbers. He could in fact end up being worse than Nolan. So I don't know. To me, it's something to consider. They're primed for a change, major change. I see people like Rex Ryan out here. I know this was kind of a joke at one point. They interviewed him, and I think a lot of us kind of blew him off. But he is a 3-4 kind of guru kind of guy, right? You're talking about even Wade Phillips at one point said, "I'll come back and coach this defense." Shit, I'll take him. I mean,
yeah,
he's a 3-4 guru. I would take him. Like, I think you can find some more 3-4 guys. You got Matt Fat Trisha and playing right now back. Be a 3-4.
Oh, I don't want no Matt Patricia here. I would take Rex.
Fat Trisha. Okay.
I would text Rex Ryan over Fat Trisha.
Yeah. But those are just a few names, but I think it is something to consider here as we are looking ahead, bro, and we still haven't gotten to the durability of Dak. When is that?
The durability of Dak Prescott. You got Cooper Beebe out. You got Tyler Booker, Tyler Guyton, and Terrence Steele playing like doo-doo. Dak Prescott, a bad O-line is his kryptonite. And it will be happening here soon. Not wishing injury on anybody, and it's disgusting to even talk about. But when you got a bang-up line, you got an older quarterback, it just is what it is, guys. It just is what it is. Dak's going to be running for his life. If he can pick up his feet and not have cinder block feet, absolutely. Absolutely. But we're in a world of trouble on defense, on offense as well. CeeDee Lamb, 4 to 6 weeks. Tyler Booker's going to IR. Deron Bland, hopefully he's back against these Packers, but I don't know if it makes a difference. I think the damage done. Joe, you back? Joe ain't back yet. It'll happen Sunday, 5th quarter. Space Cowboy show says, what's sad is the Cowboys have no one to blame but themselves. Absolutely. Jerry, Steven, they let Mike McCarthy punk them. Mike McCarthy left, and they ran out of time to interview real candidates. Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, the main guys already had jobs in place, and we got stuck. Jerry Jones said, I want Schottenheimer to be the offensive coordinator, and the coaches said, no, thank you. Salo said, I'll go back to the 49ers. I'm good. I don't want anything to do with this Dak Prescott offense. And that's just what it is, Joe.
Yeah, man. That hiring cycle was crazy, dude. Like they really muffed that up, man. They let McCarthy on a lame duck season. So that season you knew was going to be a disaster. And so that was crazy, you know. So love or hate Mike McCarthy, he won a whole lot of he won a lot of games here. You know, I think maybe he needed a little bit more time to get over the hump. I don't know, but I feel like if they would have extended him, that would have given him, you know, some more time to have some more seasons and give it another shot. But the way they handled his final year, and then the hiring, what they did this cycle, they didn't even interview Ben Johnson or Glenn. Kellen Moore even turned them down, dude.
Because they didn't want Schottenheimer to be their offense coordinator. That's what it is.
That's a big problem, man. They always have to meddle with the hiring. Like, okay, we're going to hire you, but we're going to hand pick. We're going to give you this Garrett offense. You have to run the Garrett offense. You know, like, why does it have to be that? You know what I'm saying? So, not good. Not good at all, bro.
No, it really ain't. It ain't really. We got a super chat here from Mike. Score prediction, 51-13 Packers.
Yeah. It could be. It probably will be a blowout, and I think it's going to be a lot of crazy kick. Aubrey. Maybe we'll see a 70-yard field goal because they have nothing. They have no other superstars on the team right now, man. We've talked about that too. Like for all the drafting that these guys talk about they're doing, you know, does this team have enough blue chip players on it? Like true chippers, right? You got CeeDee Lamb on offense. He's a blue chipper, Mike. Who else? Tyler Smith on offensive line. He's not scoring touchdowns for you. I mean, he's blocking and you know holding up. But where else do you have these guys at? You know, running back. We don't have it at running back.
Javonte Williams. You don't think he's blue chipper?
Nah, he's not a blue chipper. I mean, he's a good player, but he's not a blue chipper.
He's not physical enough. I think he's pretty physical.
No, when I say blue chipper, it's the equivalent to being like an elite player. I just don't like throwing the elite word. Too many people throw that around, right? So a running
we
back,
don't have many.
Yeah, you know, I think like I was game last night. Playoff team looks like Detroit. That's a playoff team. The Ravens, they look like a playoff team. Like you have really good players on both sides of the ball, like solid, bro. Like the linebackers, their D line, their secondary, they're well coached. These are good players. Cowboys don't have this, man. They don't have it, man.
No, we don't. We really don't. When you break it down like that, Joe, we really don't have any blue chippers here. We don't. I can't even say Dak Prescott's a blue chipper just because of his playoff record.
Defense, who's a blue chipper on defense right now?
Bland can't stay healthy, so he can't even be in the conversation.
Yeah, that's we don't have blue chipper defense either. So we don't have the have the talent, and we definitely don't have the coaches bring up the tempo. Because there are coaches that will bring out the talent guys, like Jimmy, Bill Parcells, these types of guys. But there's not many coaches out there like that. I mean, Andy Reid's, these type of dudes. You know what I mean? These type of coaches don't grow on trees. So when you couple average coaching with average talent, disaster is on the horizon, bro.
It's gonna be a long, dude. It's only week 3.
And it's only week 3. What other
We got
storylines?
15 weeks to go.
What other storylines could happen, right? So what I don't want these dudes to do is try to appease, maybe some fans that still hold hope and be like, all right, we're gonna make a desperate here and use one of the first and bring in some screw it up again, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I am afraid of that, dude. That is one thing that I'm scared about. Let's just get through the trade deadline, making a stupid move. We need those draft picks, like big time. We need those draft picks, man. So I'm praying that we don't screw this up at the trade deadline and they come out here and save up a first and some other crap. You know what I mean?
Right. Here you go, Joe. Right here, super chat for you. G Bryant, 19 with the 499. He said 15 to 21 drafted players. The last 3 drafts are no longer on the team. And of the 6, it includes Mozzie and Kalen Carson still on the roster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very good stat line there, and exactly what we've been talking about, right? Like there has to be a change here in the scouting department because that trajectory has gone down. We're talking about Zach Martin, all badass and kind of good, and man, they got complacent, man. They got way too complacent on how they're scouting and drafting these players. You know what I mean? They're not going by their board. Like the Mozzie pick, bro. Gosh, that was terrible.
Dude, that's horrible drafting. 15. So if you were to cut Mozzie, and you were to let go of Kalen Carson, dude, that only leaves you 4 players on your team in the last 3 drafts.
Yeah, that's
atrocious. Insane, dude.
It's atrocious. But some of these creators brainwash the hell out of a lot of fans that we are good at drafting. We're one of the top teams at drafting. No, we're not. We're not. Stop the cap, as they right.
Skibbity toilet Riz. That's what I've been hearing a lot. I don't know what that means, but shout out to Skibbity toilet.
Thank you for that super chat there, G. Bryant. That was a great stat line there, and it just highlights kind of what we've been talking about here, right? So really good there. Asian? Yeah. Say all they could be, I didn't like the Nealon pick either. He hasn't been. He hasn't. He shouldn't be wearing 94.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that in itself, dumb. You know what I mean? He had I think in that opening game he had one single play. He's disappeared. 2, dude, bro. We need speed. We do defense.
Grandpa,
we're somebody,
dude. I kind of fell for the offseason hype. It was like the Hoover vacuum salesman comes in the house and he's telling you all these pros and cons about a shot vac, a regular Dirt Devil vacuum, and then the Hoover vacuum, right? Then you buy the Hoover, which I did. I was drinking that Schottenheimer Kool-Aid, right? You buy the Hoover, and next thing you know, you think, man, this thing sucks really bad. That was me, dude. I fell for the door-to-door Hoover vacuum cleaner salesman.
I didn't want to tell you, bro, but yeah, I kind of knew, man. Like, I wanted to see it play out, man, but they need to get playing in the preseason as well because they don't have any cohesion, especially games. It seems like, but I'm making a run at any point. These teams they're going to light up a lot of points on the defense and the offense, and the state it's in. I don't think they have enough to overcome the insurmountable lead of 10 or more points. That's insurmountable for this team right now. They go 10 up on you, it's over, bro. That's
Right.
enough. That's enough of a lead for the team to be like, okay, we beat these guys. And the battle for last place, man, that's going to be embarrassing too. The Giants have announced that they're going to start Jackson Dart now. So is this team going to start to improve and lap us? They better not, bro, because the Washington already did it. They've lapped us. They got to the dang championship game.
They did. Mine is going to be Zero Sugar Dr. Pepper. And then Space Cowboy shows, he said, if you don't mind me asking, what makes this year different from Mike McCarthy's first year? Both are looking similar in starts to the season. Mine would be, what's different is Mike McCarthy had some skins on the wall, and we knew that the track record. Go look at Mike McCarthy's first year in Green Bay. I think he only won 6 games, right? So we kind of knew we had to get rid of some of Jason Garrett stuff, right? And that Jason Garrett stuff didn't work, right? And so we knew that Mike McCarthy, okay, here's you a year. Schottenheimer inherited a team who was a year removed away from 36 wins in 3 years. He has players signed like Bland and Ferguson and Tyler Smith and CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott. He has more core players than what Mike McCarthy had in his first COVID year. That was a COVID year too, right? So we kind of knew, okay, let's give Mike McCarthy another chance, whatever, because, his first year in Green Bay wasn't that good. What's scary is Schottenheimer has 26 years of experience, and it's all been with different teams, right? I don't know what Schottenheimer's capable of. And so that is the difference between, for me, and maybe yours is maybe different, Joe. That's the difference for Mike McCarthy's first year for me and Schottenheimer's first year, is there's more unknown than there is Mike McCarthy knowing him and his skins that he had. He had a Super Bowl, for crying out loud.
Yeah. No, I follow those sentiments as well, because McCarthy, I think he had some fans a little bit excited because of Super Bowl winning coach. You know what I mean? He took the year off and fresh and this and that, and it was something that the Cowboys needed a different kind of thing. All we're gonna do is win. Everybody was all about it, like, yeah. And then we don't have anything from Schottenheimer as far as this dude just been talking about culture, right? And this dude doesn't have the skins on the wall to talk about culture change, man. I think these guys, like the issues that they're having in Miami, I think that's what we're having right now. These guys are going along saying like, oh yeah, culture. They said that in Miami, all the players and everybody were going along with it, saying, oh, it was bullshit. We didn't believe in Mike McDaniel, and look where they're at now. This dude ain't gonna finish the season. And I feel like that's what's happening here in Dallas, dude. These smart enough to, hey man, we can take it easy, bro. Make our millions, half-ass it, and let's just ride this shit, bro. We don't want to get hurt. We don't want to get torn ACLs. Let's say we're in it too, but we're not really. That's what I feel, bro. I feel like they're like this is a substitute teacher, and we're waiting for the real teacher to come in here with the paddle. Like, all right, you clowns, let's get back to it. That's what we're waiting on right now. We're playing with the substitute teacher, bro. And when that's happening, the students, they get out of control. And that's what's happened here, man. No, I don't see the effort either, man. I don't see. There's no killer instinct on either side of the ball, man. None.
There's no leader. There's no leader,
dude. So That's a good question. Appreciate that space, but that's my deal on difference. No.
Yeah. Man, next time you see us, it'll be the aftermath of the Packers game.
Yeah.
What is that going to look like, Joe? What is that going to look like? Predict next Frisco report for us.
I think Micah's gonna go off, bro. I really do. I think he's gonna put everything into that game, dude. He's gonna come in here and just be like, "You traded me. I'm gonna show you what's up here." He's gonna tear that ass up, dude. Guyton, he's gonna tap out, bro. Watch. This is gonna be the game where Guyton taps out. You remember last year how he mysteriously took himself out of the game and there was a backup had to come in here? That's gonna happen in this game for Guyton. Or Steele's gonna get an 8 up. But dude, he might have like damn 5 sacks in this game.
Yeah,
they're gonna be like Ash Green out there on both tackles.
They ain't gonna be good, dude.
Guyton's terrible, bro. Guyton is no good, dude. Like you're gonna have to play full max protection the whole game, and you're not gonna be able to move the. They're gonna get their ass whooped, bro. I mean, you're still thinking about that number, huh?
Dude, I am.
Yeah.
Dude, we had it made during those times. We beat the Lions.
You know what was crazy though, Mike? Is so stubborn and have so much, like pride, right? Like. Maybe they'll be like, "Hey, man, we can't one and done this guy. We're gonna have to carry this guy another season.
Yeah,
otherwise, we're gonna have, yeah, or we're gonna have to admit." And they don't like to admit, dude. They do not like to admit mistakes, dude. That's like almost number one on their list. So we think this dude could be one and done. We could go one and whatever the hell.
It won't be good, dude. It won't be good at all for anybody. And Jerry don't like, his feet to the fire. He freaked out on the radio show last year. So, Joe, what week does Jerry Jones freak out on the radio?
Oh, man. It might be after this Packers game because they're going to press him. I hope they do. I hope they press him. Be like, was it a mistake to trade Micah? Or now we're sitting here at 1 and what are we going to be? 1 and 3?
It will be 1 and 3. Yep.
It might be early. So, no, I think pressure will mount closer to the bye week, halfway point. I think maybe that's when he has his meltdown, probably. Because I think after that Packers game, they're going to be like, oh, well, we knew. Yeah, he's just going to give some diplomatic, stupid answer like, well, we gave an all-pro and these types of things, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Jerry's so lucky I ain't a reporter, dude. I would have been fired a long time ago. He opened up his mouth and said, trading Micah gave us the best shot to win the Super Bowl. I would ask that old fart when. When does it when? Is it 5 years from now? Because it ain't any time recent.
It's just been a cycle of the same BS. Like even he has his little book of how to answer. Like we've had so many bad seasons. He has it already like muscle memory as far as like what kind of BS answer to give out. You know what I mean, like you some post game interviews.
That's just a salesman.
Go back 15 years ago, and it'll be the same answer. You know, like that's how sad this shit is. It's hard to become muscle memory for him on how to respond to a lot of these questions because it's all the same every season. I'm
not trying to be tongue in cheek. You're reading the tea leaves wrong. Vasectomize a mosquito. I want some glory hole. I need a war daddy. I mean, it's just it goes on and on and on. It's just when my sister wanted to marry this guy and my dad asked my sister, "Hey, do you love him? And do you hear bells?" And And the sister said, what? Well, I hear bells when I think of your mom. Like stupid shit like that has nothing to do with football. I can care. I love listening to old timers and their stories, but I'm so sick and tired of Jerry Jones and his stories. I am. I mean, it's on NFL Network documentaries. It's on a Netflix documentary. It's on almost every Hard Knocks. When are the stories going to stop? And when are the championships going to start coming in, Joe?
That's what I've been like. It's of the '90s. It's gonna become like Band of Brothers on HBO. I don't know if anybody saw that, but it's like you have of servicemen who went through it, through the training and went to war and came back, and some of them made it. Like the Cowboys from the '90s, like they went through that crappy 1 season, playoffs, Super Bowl. Like they're the last chance that the Cowboys will have ever, bro. And that's how we're gonna look at it. Like this was the last team to do it, and that's why so many of us, especially at my age, that went through it. We hold these guys in high regard because we went through it with them, man. Like we are like, that was such a good feeling, man. So we have so much in our heart for Emmett, Irvin, Troy, Moose, Charles, Leon, Eric Williams. I mean, Darren Woodson. I mean, there's a special place in our heart. We don't have any of that post '90s Super Bowls, man. Nobody can say really that about any of these other squads since then.
Right. No, you're absolutely right, Joe. It's not good. It's not good at all.
Samuel Blevins with a super chat, Mike. They've always paid average players good money. Ferguson is average at best. They pay the same players they can get nowhere every year. Yeah, that Ferguson contract ain't looking good right now, Mike. 13. He had like 13 catches, but each catch was like 6 yards or something like that.
Dink and dunk. Yeah.
Dink and dunk, right? So that ain't no good unless you're in fantasy football, a reception league, right? Maybe he did good for you, but the real game, that ain't gonna do it. 13 catches, man. You should have like 200 yards. You know what I mean? Not 60 or 70, whatever the hell it was, Mike.
Yeah, no, and I'm a big Jake Ferg fan, but it ain't looking good, and it hasn't looked good. Shout out to fifth quarter and those guys for calling this out early. Back in February, and he can't get in the end zone. He's dropping passes. He can't hit the seam route anymore. I don't get it, dude. I have no idea what happened to him.
Yeah, man, it's a shame, bro. But yeah, man, I think that's about it, man. I think all Cowboys Nation is probably feeling the same as us. So we're here for you guys. We're in it to win it, but this season ain't gonna be about it. It doesn't look like it might. And so, but we'll talk about it. Hopefully we can come out of this season without major injuries. That's kind of where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? And then run it back with something different next season. Right now, it ain't looking good, though, but we'll see what the aftermath is. We will be back next week to talk about what happened in the Packers game, and we'll have on both of our channels throughout the week as far as like the fallout from it.
Yep.
Mike, that's all we have tonight. Everybody in the chat box, pound that like button. It helps our video out very much, the Frisco Report. And that's why we like to come out here and talk real ball with you guys. So, Mike, where can everybody find you if they haven't already, bro?
Yeah, you can find me on Cowboys Corner right here on YouTube. Channel's growing pretty rapidly this past couple of months, so I do appreciate it. If you're new to Cowboys Corner, hit the notification bell so you don't miss an episode of Talking Crazy. You don't miss an episode of the Frisco Report, and any other shows that I might share to the channel that I'm on. So shout out to you guys. Thanks for the interaction today. We had a lot of viewers today. hit the like button, like Joe said, and we'll see you on the next one. Are you in the Cowboys Corner?
Thanks, everybody. Peace out.
Peace.